Okay, we have a cross and we have a tape measure here. We have a stick. Measuring stick. That is, it is just a stick. We have a stick. Oh my god, it gave us bullets. It gave us silver bullets from putting the cross in. Uh-oh. Nate, we have a problem. Nate, we have a problem. Major problem. We have more flamingo. There's now 12 of them. For now.
On bucket duty tonight. Fun times.
What's up? I can tell something's on your mind.
Just, thinking about some old friends of mine. That's all.
John has friends on the outside? Wait here until I go and share that bombshell with Ray.
They're not around anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
That's fine. Been a while since they passed. Buddies of mine, from back when I was part of the MTF, before I got demoted down here. The reason I am here.
What do you mean?
We were part of an op gone south. An op that shouldn't have been given a green light in the first place. But hey, the monster was contained. What have we got to complain about? Shut up and wave your flags and medals.
What happened?
What was a calculated risk on their part, as they like to put it. What they didn't calculate was me being the only survivor. They should have just listened to what I had to say before the op, and no one would have gotten hurt. My suits never were ones for listening. They'd rather tell tales about all the SCPs they've contained, document them, and give them random numbers. But what you'll never find in those files is even a mention of all the lives laid down to secure those SCPs in the first place. I suppose that's just part of the job. Anyway, I wouldn't stop giving them hell. So they sent me on my merry way down here as a token of appreciation.
Do you miss them? Your friends?
Not a minute goes by where I wouldn't trade places with any one of them. And I feel like each additional one I get is a minute I didn't deserve. I've said too much. It's, not exactly something I like to talk about. But me not talking about it ain't gonna fix what they did.
And getting back at them would?
It'd make things a little easier, that's for sure.
Hopefully I'll have something to offer by the time this night's through.
You do that.
Uh-oh. We have a problem, Nate. There are more. They tried to break out. Lockdown has occurred.
It looks like I need a level 3 keycard to get to the offices on the upper floor.
Well, you've got a level 1 keycard, right? There's all sorts of weird things lying around the facility. Maybe there's something that can give your card a little upgrade.
I mean, I know what could.
Oh.
But how do I get in there? Wait, what are you? Taking a bucket of 354 and locking it in a room is not replication, it's idiocy. Absolutely. That's not even replication. Okay, so there has to be some way to get into the clockwork room. Hey there, Bryn. It is good. I have been looking for a key for the past, like, 10 minutes. Because I have no idea. Good call. Good call. Good call. Oh, okay, I see. I didn't even notice the crack over here. That literally would have, like, given me everything. Good call, everyone. Alright, and we're gonna set it to fine. That is correct. I wonder if I can do it again. Nope, it will not let me. Damn. I'm gonna wait for it to do one more pass. Alright, so now we have level 3 access, which is what we were looking for. Well, I don't... Well, I usually don't say, please don't backseat. That was needed. I was struggling. I don't think I would have seen that. But that will help me if that comes up in the future. Like now, in fact.
Why do we have to stay behind and guard this asshole? Who's gonna come for him? The bathtub?
Watch it. He might hear you.
You're telling me that there are guards here and they're not going to see my ass? Yep, no, that's appreciated. Stage 12, our mission. Replicas are completely in our control. They are safer for testing than the originals. Their features and abilities can be added and removed based on necessity. To all our researchers in D&D class, happy testing. You're telling me that these soldiers don't see my ass.
Commencing conscription interview with candidate 3546. Well, Annie, looks like you found yourself in a bit of a pickle. My. I have to say, looking at you, I never think you had all this felony in you.
Then why don't you look the fuck away?
Aren't you a peach? Luckily for you, I belong to an organization that can make all of this go away. You could walk out that door and put all this behind you like a bad dream.
Look, mister, I've been on the streets for a while now, and I've yet to see anything being up for grabs without something being asked in return. So why don't you level with me and spare me the bullshit?
Very well. We could use someone with your particular skills.
Meaning what?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't disclose our due diligence. But rest assured, we've been particularly diligent when it comes to you.
What's the catch?
No catch. Well, maybe a small one. There is a certain medication you would be required to take. I'm instructed to tell you that it could alter your memory, but just between us, I can assure you that it will. Allow me to leave you with this. When opportunity comes knocking, you do well to open the door. All you have to do is sign on the dotted line.
Not like I want to remember anyway.
Wonderful. Welcome, Annie.
Messaging system. Okay. They're playing Gattaca on that PC. I see you over there. Hey there, X. Meeting summary. Change code password to replication chamber 9318 because of repeated break-ins by D-class personnel. D-class blank has stumbled on the most reactive liquid that can be mixed with SCP-354, the red bucket. This results in creating a horror beyond human comprehension. Did they put the water from the bathtub into the bucket? Do not create a glass of SCP-R634 in the liquid SCP replicator and throw it into SCP-R354, the red bucket. Okay. That's concerning. But we'll keep that in mind. Create a glass of SCP-634 in the replication chamber. I don't wanna. That sounds dangerous. Can I have a cup? I really want to see how close I can get to those guys, but I don't think it would end well. Ignore my ass just standing up. Edward K. Bucket of the program. Really? Michael H. A prank's a prank. Guess what was waiting for me at my desk this morning? The monkey is mine. We'll see about that. Bring it. Yeah, they're just staring at my ass. Bonjour. Oh, there! I just saw the save icon. Must be, yeah. Nope. We're not having any of that.
No, it can't be. If she's still in there, how come time is affecting her differently? Yes. Yes! The temporal polyvalence is why. Brilliant. You're brilliant.
Won't budge? Alright. Nope. Too wordy. Dear Annie. Jeez, even writing Dear Annie feels weird. I haven't done this in, well, actually, never. I don't even know if it's going to give, if I'm even going to give this to you at all. But I can't keep bottling it up. It's slowly starting to feel like it'll eat me alive. Whether or not this ever reaches you, I hope you at least, it will at least lighten the load. Figures, we spend our nights surrounded by SCPs that could end life as we know it. But what scares me the most are my friggin' feelings. I know the ins and outs of my daily routine, every nook and cranny, and everything in between that could go wrong. Most of it almost always does. And yet, when I know I'm gonna see you, I don't give two shits about all that bad that came before. Somehow it doesn't matter. Seeing you is the best part of my day always. You haven't heard this as much as you should from the others, and I know that you're special to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'm gonna hurl. Yours, Ray. Aw. We will defend Ray with our life. Okay, we now have a way into the armory. Not exactly I don't know what I'm gonna do with that information, but I have it. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I cannot close the door. That's concerning. Alright, but we do know that there's something else over here. Goodbye, little eye friend.
Safety protocols mandate a roll call every hour on the dot. Sound off if you're doing good.
Then this is me sounding off.
You know, I was a gunner, not a shrink in the tag team. You sure you're okay?
Yeah, it's just... I've got a lot on my plate.
Let's listen to this.
Annie wouldn't have to be part of what's on that plate by any chance. Would she? Oh, come on, Ray. It's harder to miss than to spot at this point. You light up the place whenever she's around.
An office fling is the last thing I need. Not with everything else that's going on.
Look, all I know is, if you found someone that makes you forget about all the bad things on the outside, even for a little while, that's all that matters. Fuck everything else. And I think you deserve that.
Maybe you should have been a shrink after all.
Consider this roll call concluded. I'll see you in an hour.
Hi, John. Okay, so we now have a few more openings, but what do with them? I need a glass of SCP-634, but I don't know. I need to be able to get a cup in order to do that. I'm assuming. Do I just, like, take a cup of water? Hi, John.
I found out that I need to synthesize SCP-R634.
Last time I checked, this was the SCP Replication Division. So I'd be willing to bet that if you needed something to replicate something else with, you'll find the tools here.
I mean, you're not wrong, but... Okay. Let me make sure. And we're going to go back up top. We're going to search that office a little bit more.
Fire at will!
Oh, I've been shot. Well, now we know what happens when you get found. You have some info? Hold on to that info. And there gives me a security code. Oh! I thought I already, I don't think it gave me, like, a code straight up, did it? Key code, change key code to replication. Oh, to 931. Okay, I'm read it as replication chamber 9318. I know where that chamber is. I just misread it. Yes, of course. A pit. Current status in progress. SCP-572, Euclid. Maybe safely kept in a lock. Safe deposit box. SCP-572 is the sword of blank blank blank. Model manufactured by them. The weapon is badly balanced for combat use, is made of substandard steel, and does not hold an effective combat edge. However, the weapon has an unusual psychotropic quality of convincing any person who holds it of its balance and cutting power, as well as conferring feelings of great strength and invincibility. This effect cannot be countered by any known means. And the affected subject will continue to maintain these beliefs so long as they hold the blade. Subject will be compelled to perform dangerous stunts using SCP-572, including, but not limited to, attempting to cut a moving car in half, slicing through a bullet fired from a rifle, cutting through another sword, and engaging in a lifesteal duel with a trained period swordsman. Because of the prevalence of unnecessary cutting edges, 75% of such attempts end with serious injury being inflicted upon the user. Should the sword be successfully wrested away from the affected subject, all psychological effects can usually be expunged by a single swift blow to the back of the subject's head, so knocking them unconscious. Replication status successful. All tests and research indicates SCP-R572 is identical to the original counterpart. All D-Class personnel testing the weapon have developed beliefs of the weapon's balance and cutting power. Even the weapon is obviously substandard quality and useful to... Interesting. That is a gun. Ew. SCP-5696. Catching an anomalous item locker. 5696 is a standard .38 revolver in both function and design. The weapon bears an engraving on one side of the barrel reading, "Finish this job, kill that cheating bastard." When SCP-5696 is held in the right hand of a subject and the cylinder is opened with that hand, the subject, henceforth SCP-5696-1, will be displaced into SCP-5696-A. 5696-A refers to an alternate dimension consisting primarily of a nightclub named The Dying Roses, a building that was once located at Blank Division Street, Chicago, which closed in 1956. Displaced subjects will find themselves dressed in formal attire appropriate for the early 1930s, regardless of what they were dressed in prior to displacement. When reviewed upon immediate entry, the area surrounding the Dying Roses consists of empty space. SCP-5696-A will construct an environment dependent on the needs or requirements of SCP-5696-1. During their shift into SCP-5696-A, the subject will experience a series of semi-predictable events. Events that occur have varying outcomes or prevented... or be prevented entirely based on the actions taken by SCP-5696-1 that occur in 5696-A. In some cases, actions taken have led to notable and/or unusual events occurring. See original document. Replication status partial. While the general function and design of the weapon has been successfully replicated, the alternate dimension the person wielding the weapon is teleported to differs significantly from the original 5696-A. Like the original, the replica is an alternate dimension consisting primarily of a nightclub named The Dying Roses. However, the environment surrounding the nightclub does not bear any resemblance to 1930 Chicago. Instead, it appears to be a future version of Chicago, by most indicators, the year 2243. The semi-predictable events that ensue appear to be similar to those of the original. Details on 2243 Chicago available to personnel of security clearance 05. That is a deer skull. Replication status failed. SCP-323 is to be kept in a 17 meter by 17 meter by 17 meter concrete containment cell. The object is to be restrained in the center of the cell. I'm so sorry. When I talk this much, it just makes me tired. Restrained in the center of the cell with a 1 cubic meter container of 8.8 centimeter thick transparent armor lined with one-way laminate, which is to be fit with one electronically locked access port. In the event that 323 breaches containment and an instance of 323-1 is formed, personnel are to be evacuated, are to evacuate, and the site is to be locked down. SCP-323 is the skull of an unidentified cervid with a pair of antlers. The rear of the skull features an approximately centered avoid gap. This gap shows significant signs of tool use, indicating it was carved with tool. SCP-323 displays the ability to react to oral, tactile, and visual stimuli. Is capable of limited locomotion, typically in the form of small movements and vibrations. SCP-323 exerts an influential effect in a radius extending roughly 15 meters from itself. Individuals within this radius will begin experiencing cannibalistic thoughts and urges. Individuals will attempt to place their heads through the gap present in the back of SCP-323. If an individual is incapable of fitting their heads through the gap, attempts will be made to bludgeon their heads against hard surfaces until the point the individual's head fits. The individual loses consciousness or the individual expires. Once the individual has fit their head through SCP-323, the individual is classified as SCP-323-1. Within 10 minutes of putting SCP-323 on, 323-1 will experience a rapid loss of body fat, body hair, and pigmentation, followed by the rupturing of the distal phalanges from their fingertips, abnormal tooth growth, and the blackening of extremities consistent with frostbite. So they become a Wendigo.
Alright, I've got the ingredients to make a catastrophe. Should talk to the bathtub.
That is a goldfish. SCP-2950, object class safe. Okay, someone's about to receive the chair. Is to be stored in a standard safe class anomalous item containment locker. SCP-2950 is currently indefinitely suspended, testing-wise, due to its extremely low priority. Description: 2950 is a metal folding chair. The anomalous effect causes those who sit in it to experience elevated levels of comfort that do not correspond to chairs of similar composition and style. Individuals that sit in 2950 report that they feel as if they need to sit in the chair constantly, and are often hostile when asked to leave this position. Testing has indicated that the longer an individual sits on 2950, the more difficult it is to remove said individual. Okay. That is a potato. Euclid Yellow, SCP-2635. Special Containment Procedures. SCP is under rotating custody of the Foundation. It's a hot potato. It's a fucking hot potato. Hold on. Will result of spontaneous combustion. It is also believed to possess some antimemetic properties. Yeah, it's a hot potato. And if you don't get rid of it fast enough, you die. You explode. Interesting. I'm not even going to read all that. It's hot potato. Replication status failed. The potato replica exhibits no anomalous properties. Note, several researchers and D-class personnel have proposed cooking failed SCP-2635 instances for the purpose of feeding Foundation staff. Researchers with higher clearance have repeatedly rejected these proposals. Why does it always come out yellow? Okay, hot potato. That is a toaster. Toaster bath in progress. Examine all the SCP files in the replication chamber. All right. SCP-426 Special Containment Procedures. Object Class Euclid. I am to. Okay. Oh, that's right. If I recall correctly, if you are in possession of the toaster, you write as if you are the toaster. I am to be sealed in a chamber with no windows through which I may be viewed. The door to my chamber must have a label completely unrelated to my designation or identity. I'm an ordinary toaster. However, when any human mentions me, they inadvertently refer to me in the first person. When in my continuous presence for over 2 months, individuals begin to identify themselves as the toaster. Unless forcibly restrained, these peoples will ultimately harm themselves in their attempts to emulate my standard functions. I was discovered in the home of Blank after the gruesome deaths of its members. The younger Mrs. Blank died from the electrical discharge that she had caused when attempting to devour an electrical socket. The elder Mrs. Blank had gorged herself on nearly 10 kilograms of bread before her stomach burst, and she died of internal bleeding. The sole survivor was the elder Mr. Blank, who was suffering from severe malnutrition. He stated that he had inserted some bread a week prior and was still waiting for the toast to pop out. Replication status successful. I've been replicated quite successfully, evident from the way I've written this text. After continuous 2-month exposure to me, D-Class Blank pushed his fingers into an electrical socket, appearing visibly aroused from electrocution, all the while repeating, "I'm alive, I'm alive." Okay, so I have the SCP, but how do I deal with... Okay. Okay, bye. Let me go talk to the bathtub. Because I need to get into that room, which requires level 5 access.
I have everything I need to trigger the bucket.
Aren't you buddies with that security guard? I reckon he's got level 5 clearance. He has a chip on his shoulder, too, so you should try asking him to join the cause. After all, if there ever was a night for trying your luck, it's this one.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, John, you down for some chaos?
I need to talk.
Sure. What can I do you for?
We're friends, right?
Where I come from, it's not a good sign when you need to ask somebody that.
What I meant was, if I said I needed you to help me out, would you?
I don't scare easily, but this would make a mighty fine red flag if I did. What's going on, Annie?
I need to break into the site coordinator's office.
And why is that, exactly?
I don't even know where to start, really.
That makes 2 of us, D-Class. But I'm waiting for a bone here, and I can wait a long time.
I'm sorry. There are things from my life I can't really talk about. Things I don't know how to talk about.
As a walking checklist of your Pathfinder protocol, I can see where you're coming from. But what I don't see is how breaking into our supervisor's office has anything to do with that.
You're gonna laugh and think it's stupid.
Kid, we're 10 feet of steel away from Keter. I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
The bathtub. It told me that the coordinator has some sort of fixation with me and my life. and that he should have some kind of information on me in his office.
What kind of information?
That's what I need to find out.
All right. I'll bite.
There's also something else.
I'm listening.
It's not just the amnestics that have been wearing me out lately. I keep having these flashbacks.
Flashbacks? Of what?
I'm not sure. But I think it's that house I keep testing. Only it's different somehow. Like it's from some time long ago. I can't explain it, but I know it ties into all this somehow. Testing that same house over and over with the same outcome? There's a reason why they only want me on the job. There has to be.
Now just tell me one more thing. What do you hope to find up there?
My father with the milk.
What happened to my father?
It's good enough for me. Oh, shit. All right. I'm in.
Go take a dump
What do you
and
need
drop
from
your
me?
card behind.
Your level 5 clearance. We need to go and wake someone up.
Oh, level 5. Wait a minute, you... The bucket? Are you fucking insane?
Yes.
How convenient you forget to mention the meanest SCP in the building being a part of this operation up until now.
We need to trigger a Code Crimson lockdown in order for the coordinator to leave his office. You know the protocol, and I don't know of any other lockdown-inducing material lying around. Do you?
Fuck it. Let's give it to him. I'll unlock the door. Now might be a good time to wrap up that will and testament, if you haven't already.
Deal. And thank you.
Don't thank me until we're in the clear.
Goodbye, little goldfish. Let me out. Let me out. Why am I still in here? Let me out, please. Why was I still in there?
What's all that ruckus down there? I made it clear that it'll be your head on a pike if... What? No! What have you done?
John!
Sir, we need to extract you aboard the evac chopper immediately, as per protocol. No! I can't have this happen! They'll end me! I'll make you all pay for this!
It wasn't worth John's life.
None of this would have been necessary in the first place if you just... Oh, look who's awake. Care to join in on the fun of stitching up your friend who almost died?
Ray, please, not now.
Oh, not now? You don't feel like it, huh? Sorry to inconvenience you.
I sure hope
Do you
that was
have
guard number
any
2
idea
and
what
not
could've
John.
happened? To John? To me? No time for that, right? Better just roll the dice and hope for the best. He'll make it, by the way. Not that you give a flying fuck. And all this for what? Just to mess with them? Or have you decided to exercise your demons in the most fucked up way imaginable? Don't you have anything to say to me?
I can't.
But of course you can't. This is not what I meant when I said you should take control for a change.
Why don't you get off my fucking back for a change?
You know what? Whatever. Go finish that thing off yourself and do whatever it is you need to, because I don't want to look at you right now.
Oh! My bee, everyone. My bee.
How do I kill this thing?
Those decontamination chambers have heavy-duty doors. You tried cutting it in half with them?
No, well, that works. Okay, that is still a problem over there, though. I'm concerned. The flamingo room is over there. Okay. Interesting stuff. Yeah, 9174, that's the camera. We already know about the camera. Yeah.
Director's Journal 2473. Testing on our primary objective, designated number SCP-R-9237, also known as the House, carries on, but to no avail. The replica and its tester, Subordinate 3546, have not yet forged a link potent enough to bridge the gap between realities on a stable basis. Subordinate 3546 is, as of yet, unaware of her link to both the House and the events that transpired within. She is, however, beginning to demonstrate temporal reflexive memory relapse. This was expected, given her familial connection to the location. Luckily, she cannot form coherent memories as of yet. The amnestics are, at this point, still successful enough in their suppression, but it's only a matter of time before her recollection breaks through. Meanwhile, our attempts at retrieving the original house are unsuccessful, and, on a personal note, are becoming increasingly frustrating. Subordinate 3546's father was able to cross the threshold and enter the house, but his method of ingress remains unclear. It's obvious the house needs to be recorded with the handheld camera from the radio tower, but the combination of steps needed to transfer the house into our reality continues to elude us. It is becoming apparent that D-Class 3546 will have to be involved directly at the location. However, this is a last resort, which implies relinquishing our control of the situation. I am determined to avoid such drastic measures for as long as possible. Case log ended.
Interesting. This is mine now. What? Out childbirth. Real kids and after original house must be brought back out. Child potential killer class. Threat must be contained. That's not figuring out. Okay. Is the girl like your sister? Is it your true form? Alchemical symbols. Oh, I fell. Okay.
Dad? Dad, wait! I know this place.
Oh.
Hello, Annie. I find it odd recording something for a future you. Although you're still inside, I feel like you're right here with me and have been forever. Already you've taught me more than you'll ever know. My sweet baby girl, you have no idea just how special you are. But I do. And that's all that matters. I am recording this now, so you...
Is it that hard to set the dials correctly, you ignorant dimwit? I can literally see the house through the camera. It's right there. Why won't it go through?
He's just being rude. That wasn't necessary. It's another flamingo. Rob Scranton was here. Wait, was this just a pathway to get that flamingo? I was about to say, who's calling an emergency meeting?
Where are you? You've been gone for an hour.
I'm here. I know where I need to go. Please, just help me get out of here now.
Oh, okay. We'll do what we can on our end. Meet us in front of the elevator in replication testing. We'll lift the lockdown from inside the security room.
Ah, we're going with quiet suffering. I didn't think you were the type.
I'm sorry. This was all my fault.
There was an offer on the table to fuck over our employer. And if I recall, I accepted said offer without putting up too much of a fight.
That was shitty of me. I knew what I had to say to lead you on.
No one could ever force me to do anything I didn't want to do in the first place. So don't flatter yourself. Besides, I can't remember the last time I enjoyed myself at work this much. Thanks for that.
What'll happen to you now? They won't just let all of this slide.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Whatever it is, I'll be sure to meet it with a grin. Don't you worry about that.
About where I was just now?
You don't need to explain yourself. Way I see it, if you vanished from the face of the earth for an hour, you must have had a good reason for it. Whatever that reason is, it's none of my business. Good luck, D-Class. Go find what needs finding.
This is a lot of biomass that just appeared. Wait a minute. One moment, chat. There's a hole that needs probed. Damn. The hole is too tight. Exactly.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I can't talk about it.
And I've gotten used to that.
It's things from my past. Ray, my family. I can't talk about it because I haven't made sense of it for myself yet. But this place, that house, the little girl, they chose me for a reason. a reason they've decided to keep from me for as long as I can remember. I've had this feeling, like there's this piece of me that was ripped out somehow. And no matter what I did, where I'd go, I could never shake it off. I can't explain it. But I just know, I know that this will help me put it back together. And I know I haven't earned the right to ask for your trust, but I'm asking nonetheless.
So, what comes next?
I've got no idea. But if there's a chance my father has anything to do with this, I have to try and find him. At least now I know where to look.
It's a leap of faith. Sometimes you need to take it to see what will still be there once you climb back up.
And will there be someone there?
I'm thinking about it.
Heyo.
It's probably not the time or place, but I know you read that letter in my office. If you're gonna go snooping around, you might want to turn off the sensors on my computer. It's fine. It was meant for you anyway. Not the way I wanted for you to read it, but it's that kind of night. Nothing goes to plan.
Do you take any of it back now?
I meant every word I wrote. I managed to wipe the security footage. You've got enough of a head start before they even notice you're gone. As far as they're concerned, none of us were involved. But I don't think they'll be too concerned with the skeleton crew that was left behind anyway. I guess this is it, huh?
I guess so.
Then a parting gift is in order. Consider this the final step of your safety rebrief. I hope you won't have to use it.
A pistol.
And, wherever you're headed, you're not gonna get far on those bony legs of yours. Take the car instead.
Thank you. For all of it. It
Now,
means
Heath.
everything to me. Knowing I have someone, to come back for.
We'll figure it all out then. Just come back in one piece first.
I will.
Give him hell, Annie.
Problem. I can't drive. Potter!
Putting that thing to good use already.
Poppy! Okay, we can pet the dog now. Game's playable again. Free the dog from captivity. Absolutely. Okay, now I'm driving. Where the fuck did that come from?